Good morning. My name is Marla Hegel, and I'm the managing broker of Windermere Real Estate on beautiful Camano Island in Stanwood. Today, I'm here to run you through the December 22 or year-end market insights. Here we go. Looking at Camano Island, the average sale price of the home sold on Camano wound up at, let's round it up to 800,000 for the year 2022. There were 48 active listings at the end of the year, and there'd been 355 homes sold year to date. Those homes were on the market an average of 21 days and sold at just about 1% over list price. Looking at Stanwood, the average sale price $705,992. There were 42 active listings at the end of the year and 404 homes sold year to date. Those homes were on the market just about like Camano, an average of 20 days, and sold for about 2% over list price. And remember, this is an average of all the homes sold year to date in 2022. So when you see 1% over, 2% over list price, that means that it's not just the last few months, it's the entire year we're looking at, 12 months. Of those 355 homes sold on Camano, here's how the prices broke down. About 7% under 400, so not very many. 12.4% between 4 and 500, about 20% between 5 and 600, about 25% between 6 and 800, 14.5% between 800 and a million, and a whopping 21.4% above $1 million. In Stanwood, the 404 homes sold looks like 5.4% were under 400, 11% between 4 and 500, 21% between 5 and 600, 38% between 6 and 800, that's the biggest quadrant or the biggest portion in Stanwood, 12.5% between 800 and a million, and 12.1% over a million. December 22 versus December 21. Average sale price. On Camano Island, it's up 14%, and in Stanwood, it's up 11%. Now remember, in this example, we are comparing December versus December. We're not comparing December versus July or December versus September. So this time last year, prices are up. And this graph shows the 10-year average sale price trend. So at the end of the year, every year for the last 10 years, we mark that average sale price in Stanwood and Camano, and this is how that chart looks at the end of 10 years. Camano Island, let's focus on December a little bit. You may have heard this in the news. December new listings 6 on Camano, 17 last December, so that's down 65%. Pendings down 41%, 13 new pendings on Camano versus 22 last year, and solds. There were 8 homes sold on Camano this year, or this last December versus 44 last December, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. Historically, December has ended in a bang, basically. And this year, it did not. So we're going to talk a little bit about why that is. Months of inventory, again, that means if there were no other listings added to the market, it would take us, how long would it take us to sell what we have? And that's 4.3 months at this point. Looking at Stanwood December, new listings 20, pretty close to last December where there was 24 new listings added. Pendings 15, down about 50% from last year, and solds 19 solds in Stanwood versus 54 last year. That's down 65%, and 2.7 months of inventory. So still a pretty strong seller's market in Stanwood. Definitely still a seller's market in both of our markets, but inching towards a more normal market. Looking at our market share, Windermere still has market share on Camano Island with 355 sales over our closest competitor. That's about 3 times as much. And in Stanwood, we have 404 sales for the rolling 12 months. So let's talk about what happened in December. To quote our chief economist, Matthew Gardner, he said, the 2022 real estate market ended with a whimper rather than a bang. We saw that in our numbers. Overall, the housing market is going to continue falling off the sugar high that was a function of the artificially low mortgage rates during the pandemic. So the new listings, Camano Island had only 6 new listings hit the market in December. That's a 65% decrease from last year. Stanwood experienced a 17% decline in new listings from last December, with 20 new listings compared to 24 last year. However, on December 31, like you saw, our inventory count was up 222% over the same time last year, with 90 active listings in our 2 zip codes. Pending sales. Stanwood and Camano Island both saw fewer pending sales compared to last year, with 28 sellers accepting offers on their homes compared to 54 last December, and that's down 59%. And homes sold, there were 27 homes sold in zip codes 982, 82, and 92 in December, 8 sales on Camano and 19 sales in Stanwood. This is a 74% year-over-year decrease, and despite the fewer sales, the average year-to-date sales price still rose by 22%. So sellers, we believe there'll be an uptick of new listings heading into spring, and that the majority of them will be going under contract within only 30 days. The home price increases have hit the maximum. If you're ready to sell, remember that overpricing can be dangerous, especially with this increased competition. Buyers. Many buyers dropped out of the market over the past few months as interest rates increased. Those buyers are still in the market and are reassessing their criteria. Sellers are becoming more competitive, so be ready to buy when you find your dream home. And remember, at Windermere, our reaction to the local market, our dedication to the community, and commitment to our trade is why we help our clients buy and sell more real estate in Stanwood and Camano Island than any other company. We're all in for you.